Back in the late 1970s, my whole family, my 4 brothers and my parents and I, took a trip around the East Coast. We're from California, so it's the first time we'd been here. And hitting all the historical places, at one point we came here to Williamsburg. And my parents were very inspired by the fact that the 5 of us spent the whole time here running around, going through the various buildings, meeting with people, and thinking we're having fun while we were actually learning a lot of history. And that impressed the heck out of them, I think. At some point, the people here at Williamsburg sent them an invitation to come to the inaugural Raleigh Tavern event, and that's where the relationship with Williamsburg took off.
They both were really invested in trying to get our history to California. And then they just started talking about what the best way to do that would be.
So the first time I heard about the Teachers Institute was through Bob and Marion, and it was specifically part of the President's Council agenda or itinerary for one of our meetings. And you could just see how excited everybody got about the opportunity.
Chuck Longsworth, the president of Williamsburg at the time, was very interested in trying to get more school kids here to Williamsburg, but he was stuck with the problem of there's only so far a school bus can go. So when a couple from California showed up and all of a sudden had interest in being there, they figured out that if we brought the teachers, in the case of California, the 5th grade teachers, they would teach the Williamsburg history story to 30 kids for every year for the rest of their career.
And it was around absolutely no cost to the teachers. We're going to bring them out to Williamsburg. We're going to give them a full immersive experience in teaching the America's founding story in a way that's richer, filled with passion, first-party experiences, hands-on historic artifacts. It was presented in a way where you're thinking, wow, this is amazing. Oh my gosh, how are we going to possibly pull this off?
When we started in March of 1990, my supervisor, Cynthia Burns, and I were called into Denny O'Toole, who was our Vice President of Education, into his office. And he said, we want to start a Teacher Institute this summer in June, and we will have 44 teachers from California to come during that time. Cynthia and I, on the way out of his office, kind of looked at each other and said, how are we going to do this? Because it meant putting together all the programming in the historic area, all the materials, getting meals, rooms, transportation, everything that you could imagine, and we were going to do it in 3 months. Well, we did it, and we felt like we were very successful. I still have some of the evaluations from those early years, and people really enjoyed it. And the reason they said they enjoyed it is they said that they had never felt as respected, that they had the opportunity to do things that they had not been able to do in a museum. And after the first year, he presented to our business council, or the president's council at that time. And when he did that, he read a letter from one of the teachers. They took a break, and when they came back into the room, what I was told is that 2 other people, Mr. Hall Thompson from Alabama and Mr. Ed Julian from Oklahoma, said, if you can do that in California, we're going to do it in our states. And from there, that's what made us into a national program.
The joy of it is going into the classroom and seeing how this program actually affects every teacher in their own way.
Every teacher writes to each individual donor and tells them how much better their class is, how much more empowered they are, how much more information they can, and how better prepared they are to talk to kids and to talk for a much wider scope of history than they've ever talked before.
We want to make sure that every teacher has accurate content that comes from primary sources or oral histories. We want to make sure that what they have in the classroom is engaging to the students, relevant to the students, and that it's inclusive, that every child would be able to see themselves in the story of the American Revolution.
One of the things we know about teachers, especially teachers who teach history, is they feel like they need a better understanding of the content. That comes up over and over again in our own research and research done by others. And the Institute provides that, but in a hands-on, one-of-a-kind way. They are completely immersed in Colonial Williamsburg. They spend the week in the historic area. They talk to the tradespeople. They talk to our historians. They talk to the coach and livestock folks. They talk to everybody, and they really understand what it meant to be alive at this time.
The single most important takeaway for Teachers Institute, for every single teacher, as a former classroom teacher, is that they feel special. They feel like we care about them as professionals. They are some of the most highly trained professionals that exist in America. Another really important thing that we are able to do here for the teachers is we give them a national network. We enable them, if they choose to do so, to build a network of teachers throughout the entire nation and sometimes other countries. We don't want to stop there and only bring teachers during the summer. We want to bring them to the Teacher Institute, to Colonial Williamsburg, and create a special program just for them so that when they begin their career, they are equipped with the tools to teach primary sources, teach accurate history, and be excited about teaching the diverse history that we share here at Colonial Williamsburg.
We're also working very hard to rebuild our digital ecosystem with teachers front of mind. So we want to make sure that the magic that is Colonial Williamsburg is digitized and packaged in a way that is ready for the classrooms so they can recreate this experience in their schools as much as possible. So we're investing in our digitization project, in our digital storytelling projects, and in history.org, as well as the Educator Resource Library, to make it as accessible as possible to as many teachers as possible. Our goal is to serve every teacher in the country so that history and civics is everyone's favorite subject. And the best way to do that is to bring it to life through Colonial Williamsburg.
At one point, Mom and Dad sat us down and said, we're not getting any younger. And somebody's going to need to keep the Teachers Institute going when we're not here anymore. And in fact, we'd like you to start right now. So we have been involved heavily with the Teachers Institute ever since.
It's probably the only program I've ever seen or heard of where it has 100% satisfaction. That's Bob and Marion. That's also CW Foundation and staff who deliver upon that. But I think that more than anything else led to the success that they have today. But it's also the same commitment that we all have today for the Teachers Institute and the teachers that come.
What they do is one of the most important things that can be done in America for the future of the country and for the future of the world. This entire organization supports them so much that we bring them here, and there's an entire building dedicated to teaching them and giving them support. I can't imagine a better job.
Colonial Williamsburg, through the generosity and the leadership of the Wilson family and all of those who have joined in the 35 years since, has been so committed and remains so committed to providing this experience to teachers at the scale that we do it is unparalleled.
I would dare say that every other donor that has given to the Teacher Institute in some way has been impacted by Mr. and Mrs. Wilson.
They were very creative in their philanthropy. They did a wide variety of things. But this is the only thing they ever put their name on. And in fact, they refused to have their name on it for a long time, but at the end they said, you know what, this is the one. And I think that says a lot. They were so proud of the Teachers Institute and everything it had done, and now that it has a new place, a permanent place to be, a place that they can be proud of, it's going to go on. It's a symbol that will go on forever, and they will be remembered for it. And I think it's the proudest thing they've ever done.
Their heart really was in this program. They very, very much held it close to their heart because of the impact it had.